Hi students, today I am going to deal with the topic gas analyzers, zirconia and paramagnetic gas analyzers from the chapter analyzers. Zirconia and paramagnetic gas analyzers from the chapter gas analyzers. Learning objectives. Upon completion of this presentation, you will be able to understand the concepts of gas analyzers, types of gas analyzers. In the types of gas analyzers, you are going to study about zirconia gas analyzer, construction and working of zirconia gas analyzer, applications of zirconia gas analyzer, paramagnetic gas analyzers, construction and working of paramagnetic gas analyzer, applications of paramagnetic gas analyzers. Upon the learning objectives of this presentation are, you will be able to understand the concepts of gas analyzers, types of gas analyzers, zirconia gas analyzer, the construction and working of zirconia gas analyzer, applications of zirconia gas analyzer, paramagnetic gas analyzer, construction and working of paramagnetic gas analyzer, and applications of paramagnetic gas analyzers. Application of paramagnetic gas analyzers. What is a gas analyzer? Gas analyzer is an instrument which is capable of analyzing the species of chemical gases that are present in the sample. Gas analyzer is an instrument which is capable of analyzing the species of chemical gases that are present in the sample. Not only it identifies the species, but it also has a capability to give measurement value of the quantity which it displays either in the numerical form or shows it graphically. Gas analyzer is an instrument which is capable of analyzing the species of chemical gases that are present in the sample. Not only it identifies the species, but it also has the capability to give measurement value of the quantity which it displays either in numerical form or shows it graphically. There are various types of gas analyzers with their different working principle also. Due to the different principles of working, they are capable of estimating different species of gases. There are various types of gas analyzers with their different working principles. Also, due to their different principles of operation, they are capable of estimating different species of gases. Coming to the types of gas analyzers. Types of gas analyzers. Depending on the type selected for the gas analysis, gas analyzers can be classified as follows. Depending on the type of principle selected for the analysis of gas analyzers can be classified as follows. Gas chromatography, IR gas analyzer, thermal conductivity gas analyzer, paramagnetic gas analyzer, electrochemical analyzer, or SAT apparatus, gravimetry gas analyzer, and methanometer. Depending upon the type of the principle selected for the gas analysis, gas analyzers can be classified as gas chromatographs, IR gas analyzers, thermal conductivity gas analyzers, paramagnetic gas analyzers, electrochemical analyzers, ORSAT apparatus, gravimetry gas analyzers, and methanometer. These are the different types of gas analyzers. These are the different types of gas analyzers. Oxygen analyzer. Among the different types of gas analyzers, we are going to study in this subtopic of paramagnetic analyzers and zirconia gas analyzers. We are going to study the oxygen gas analyzer, oxygen analyzers. Oxygen is the third most abundant element. It is the third most abundant element by mass in the universe after hydrogen and helium. It is also the most abundant element by mass in the Earth's crust. For living organisms, uptake of oxygen from the air is very essential purpose of breathing. For the purpose of breathing, oxygen is very, very essential. Oxygen plays a vital or a critical role in cellular respiration, which is the process of converting food into energy. Food into energy. Okay. So, oxygen is very, very important. Its role is very critical in cellular respiration, which is the process of converting food into energy. An adult or a adult human at rest inhales 1.8 to 2.4 grams of oxygen per minute. Approximately 100 million tons of oxygen is extracted from the air annually for industrial purposes. The steel industry uses more than half of this amount. The process of smelting iron ore into steel requires high pressure injection of oxygen into the molten steel. So this removes impurities from steel. So the remaining industrially produced oxygen is used up by chemical, medical, metal workings, aerospaces and water treatment industries. So oxygen analysis is very, very important. Why we need to analyze the oxygen present in a sample? Because of so many widespread reasons. Oxygen analysis is required in many of the industries and applications like ambient air monitoring, combustion monitoring and control, and marine and land inerting monitoring and control. Marine and land inerting monitoring and control. The intent of the analysis is sometimes to verify that there is a low oxygen content in a process. However, we can also provide oxygen analyzers for combustion, air, oxygen enrichment, flue gas analysis, oxygen deficiency, and any more. So these are the reasons why we need to analyze the percentage of oxygen present in a sample. Percentage of oxygen present in a sample. Types of oxygen analyzers. Types of oxygen analyzers. Oxygen or oxygen sensor or an oxygen analyzer is a type of long life electrochemical fuel cell type. It is a type of long life electrochemical fuel cell type. This sensor produces a small millivoltage output. It produces a small millivoltage output that is directly proportional to the oxygen detected. Okay. It is nothing but an oxygen analyzer is nothing but a fuel cell type of analyzer, electrochemical fuel cell it is. This sensor produces a very small millivoltage output that is directly proportional to the oxygen detected. This output is then amplified and displayed on a digital readout meter and is also available as an output to your site data recorder. Okay, the output of this this small millivoltage is directly proportional to the percentage of oxygen present in the sample, and this output is amplified and displayed on a digital readout meter, and is also available as an output to your site recorder. So types of oxygen analyzers. We have two basic types of oxygen analyzers by detection method. They are direct method. We have the zirconia oxygen analyzer, and the indirect method is paramagnetic oxygen analyzer. Direct method is zirconia oxygen analyzer. Indirect method is paramagnetic oxygen analyzer. Paramagnetic oxygen analyzer. So these are the types of analyzers which we have used, which we are going to study for oxygen percentage analysis or concentration. Zirconia oxygen analyzer and paramagnetic oxygen analyzer. Then coming to the introduction of what is zirconium. What is zirconia? Zirconia is one of the few compounds that actually become conductive at high temperatures and more conductive as the temperature increases. So the first oxygen analyzer which you are going to study now is your zirconia oxygen analyzer. In the zirconia oxygen analyzer, we use zirconia. It is one of the few compounds which become very conductive at high temperatures and more conductive as its temperature increases. Zirconia starts out with a very high resistance at room temperature. Its resistance is very high at room temperature, greater than 1 trillion ohms. The resistance is greater than 1 trillion ohms per centimeter, having less than 1000 ohms per centimeter resistance at 1000 degrees Celsius. And it becomes a very good conductor. It becomes a very good conductor. Very good conductor. So what is zirconia gas analyzer? The construction of a zirconia gas analyzer is, it consists of a solid electrolyte like zirconia which exhibits conductivity of oxygen at high temperature. Zirconia gas analyzer consists of a solid electrolyte like zirconia which exhibits conductivity of oxygen ions at high temperature. Which exhibits conductivity of oxygen ions at high temperature. Porous platinum electrodes are attached to both sides of the zirconia element to be heated up. You are going to attach the porous platinum electrodes are attached to this zirconium element which is to be heated up. This is the diagram of a zirconia gas analyzer. The zirconia gas analyzer consists of a zirconium element centrally placed, and you have two electrodes, the anode and the cathode. They are made up of porous platinum electrodes are attached to this zirconium element, and this element is to be heated up. Which is to be heated up. Zirconia gas analyzer principle. Gases of different partial oxygen concentrations are brought into contact with the respective surfaces of zirconia. As shown in the figure earlier, we have seen that you have a zirconium element, and to this element porous platinum electrodes are attached, and this assembly is placed in a chamber where we are having gas of higher oxygen concentration on one side and gas of lower oxygen concentration on the other side. So the device acts as an oxygen concentration cell. It acts as an oxygen concentration cell. This phenomena causes an electromotive force to be generated between both the electrodes according to the Nernst equation, and it is proportional to the EMF that is being electromotive force that is being generated is proportional to oxygen concentration. It is proportional to oxygen concentration. So gases of different partial oxygen concentrations are brought in contact with the respective surfaces of zirconia. The device acts as an oxygen concentration cell. This phenomenon causes an electromagnetic force to be generated between both electrodes according to the Nernst equation, and it is proportional to the oxygen concentration, and it is proportional to the oxygen concentration. Zirconia gas analyzer. Zirconia gas analyzer. The working. The heating the element allows different partial oxygen concentrations of the gases to come in contact with the opposite sides of the zirconias, creating an oxygen concentration cell. We have two elements. So the anode and the cathode, when you are heating the element, this zirconium element allows different partial oxygen concentrations of the gases to come into contact with the opposite sides of the zirconias, creating an oxygen concentration cell. The ion travels through the zirconia element to the other electrode. So these ions, when the ions are produced, what happens? They travel towards the zirconia element to the other electrode. At that point, the Nernst expression applied to calculate the force by measuring the electromagnetic force generated between the two electrodes. Electromagnetic force generated between the two electrodes. So these ions, ions are generated. Those ions travel through the zirconia element to the other electrode. At that point, the Nernst expression applied to calculate the force by measuring the electromotive force generated between the two electrodes. Then reference gas on one side and sample gas on the other side. We have the reference gas on one side and sample gas on the other side. So the sample, if the sample has oxygen present within it, oxygen ions move from the side with highest concentration of oxygen to that with the lowest concentration. We have the concentration of the ions. Because of variation in the concentration of the ions, oxygen ions move from the side with the highest concentration of oxygen to that with the lowest concentration. So the movement of ions generate an EMF. These ions, they begin to move. So they generate EMF or electromagnetic force, electromotive force, which can be measured to determine the oxygen content. So the force, electromotive force, is dependent upon the presence of how much amount of oxygen is present in the sample. If the more the ions are present, more the force generated. So this is the working principle of zirconia gas analyzer. So this is the picture of your zirconia gas analyzer. Zirconia gas analyzer, we have the centrally you have your zirconia cell is there. The cell, you have the reference air tube and a heater element to heat your cell, zirconium cell, and you have inlet for reference air and inlet for sample also. Okay, inlet for reference and inlet for sample. So this is the figure of your zirconia gas analyzer. So the working principle, when we see the working principle, a process gas with an unknown oxygen concentration flows around the outside of the heated zirconium measuring cylinder. As seen in the figure earlier, you have seen a zirconium cell. So you're passing the unknown oxygen concentration process gas outside the heated zirconium oxide measuring cell. A reference gas with known oxygen concentration flows inside the measuring cell. You are also sending a reference gas into the measuring cell. At an optimum temperature, a voltage U in millivolts is created between the two surfaces of the cell, which are dependent only on the ratio of oxygen concentration of unknown sample gas and known reference gas. So when the temperature, at an optimum temperature, a voltage of U millivolts is created between the two surfaces of the cell, which are dependent only on the ratio of the oxygen concentration of the unknown sample gas and the known reference gas. Using air as a reference gas, the measured voltage is it is a direct indication of measure of the oxygen concentration in the process gas. So you are using air as the reference gas. You are sending the sample whose concentration is to be measured. You are sending into the measuring cell. So when this zirconium oxide is heated, these ions, they move towards the respective electrode. So movement of ions is due to presence of oxygen atoms or ions. So at an optimum temperature, voltage in millivolts is created between the two surfaces of the cell, which are dependent only on the ratio of the oxygen concentration of unknown sample and known reference gas. Unknown sample and known reference gas. So you can directly measure the oxygen concentration present in the process gas. So in the zirconium analyzer, gas analyzer, we have the EMF that is being produced. It depends on certain parameters. One thing we have to remember is the temperature of the zirconia sensor must not vary. If the temperature varies, that's why I have stressed that it is temperature dependent. Its temperature must be maintained constant during the measurement. So temperature of the zirconia sensor affects the EMF. EMF varies with temperature, and also it varies with the oxygen concentration of the reference gas in the actual device. So the oxygen concentration of the reference gas also should be maintained constant. Hence the zirconia analyzer or a zirconia sensor is placed in a constant temperature oven, and air is generally used as the reference gas. So two parameters will vary the EMF that is generated when unknown sample and a known sample of oxygen concentration are passed into the zirconium analyzer. So the EMF depends upon the temperature of zirconia sensor, and it depends upon the oxygen concentration of the reference gas. So hence we are mostly in the design of this zirconia gas analyzer, you are going to use an oven to maintain the temperature constant. So hence the zirconia sensor is placed in a constant temperature oven, and the most commonly used reference gas is air is the most commonly used reference gas. Then the limitations, but there are certain limitations while using the zirconia gas analyzer. The limitations are flammable gases cannot be used. Flammable gases, the gases which can catch fire easily, they cannot be used during the analysis using zirconia gas analyzer, because we are heating the zirconium oxide. The element is being heated, so you cannot use flammable gases. And sensor degradation occurs if corrosive gases like fluorine, chlorine based or sulfate based are measured. So these two are the limitations while we are using zirconia gas analyzer. The two limitations are the temperature of zirconia should be maintained constant by using an oven, and the concentration of the oxygen present in the reference gas also should be maintained constant. So generally we are using the reference gas as air. There are certain limitations with zirconia gas analyzers. The limitation is flammable gases cannot be used to analyze using the zirconia gas analyzer, and the sensor degradation occurs if corrosive gases like fluorine or chlorine based or sulfate based are measured, because they corrode the element. So sensor degrading occurs if corrosive gases are considered. Coming to the advantages and disadvantages of zirconia gas analyzers. Zirconia gas analyzers can be directly installed in a combustion process such as a boiler's flue, and requires no sampling system. It doesn't require any sampling system. It can be easily installed in a combustion process such as a boiler's flue, and its response is very fast. It has a very fast response. The disadvantages of zirconia gas analyzer is, if the sample contains a flammable gas, a measurement error occurs. The advantages and disadvantages are: advantages, you have a fast response and it can be directly installed in the combustion process, such as boiler flues, etc. And disadvantages is, if the sample gas contains a flammable gas, a measurement error occurs. So you cannot use it for measurement of flammable gases. Measurements of samples which are flammable in nature. This is about your zirconia gas analyzer. The next oxygen gas analyzer is your paramagnetic gas analyzer. Paramagnetic property. What is this paramagnetic property? There are certain elements or certain gases like oxygen, nitric acid and nitrogen dioxide they're all unique in nature among the other ordinary gases, in that they are paramagnetic, that is they are attracted into a magnetic field. Paramagnetic are they are attracted into a magnetic field. Most gases are slightly diamagnetic and are repelled out of the magnetic field. But oxygen, nitric oxide and nitrogen dioxide, they have a unique feature of being attracted. They have the property of getting attracted into a magnetic field. So they are having the property of paramagnetism or paramagnetic property. This property of oxygen is taken for analyzing percentage of oxygen present in the sample. Gaseous oxygen is measured on the basis of change in magnetic force acting on a test body suspended in a non-uniform magnetic field when the test body is surrounded by the gas sample. So you are going to analyze the percentage of oxygen present in the sample by introducing the sample into a chamber which contains a test body, and this body is suspended in a non-uniform magnetic field which is surrounded by the gas sample. So this is the structure, this is the diagram of a paramagnetic gas oxygen gas analyzer. As you can see in the picture, you have a dumbbell shaped spheres. There are two spheres are there. They are in the form of a dumbbell. They are held in the by suspension wires. You are holding that dumbbell in the field of in the magnetic field produced by two magnetic pole pieces. And the dumbbell is hung using suspension wire, and to that dumbbell you are having a reflecting mirror which reflects the light produced by the movement of your dumbbell. Because of the movement, the mirror rotates. When the mirror rotates, the reflection of the light varies. And a photodetector is used, or you have an infrared source of light to fall on the mirror, and you have a photodetector. The photodetector is used to detect the light intensity that is being produced. This is a schematic diagram of a paramagnetic oxygen gas analyzer. The paramagnetic oxygen analyzer is based on scientific principle. The paramagnetic oxygen analyzer is based on scientific principle that oxygen is paramagnetic material. It is based on the scientific principle that oxygen is a paramagnetic material. This analyzer consists of two dumbbell-shaped glass spheres filled with nitrogen gas are suspended with strong metal in a field of magnetic pole pieces. A small mirror attached to and the rotating with the dumbbell throws a beam of light on a translucent scale of the instrument. The scale is calibrated in terms of concentration of oxygen. You can have an analog scale which is calibrated in terms of concentration of the oxygen present in the sample. The working principle. When a test sample containing oxygen is introduced into the test cell, introduced into the paramagnetic gas analyzer test cell, the oxygen in the sample, it is attracted, as oxygen is paramagnetic in nature, So this oxygen is attracted towards the point of maximum field strength. It is attracted to the point of maximum field strength. So the magnitude of the dumbbell displacement is proportional to the amount of oxygen in the sample. So the magnitude, how much amount the dumbbell begins to displace. Why the dumbbell begins to displace? Because of the paramagnetic property of oxygen present in the sample. So the oxygen molecules, they push or rush towards the magnetic field. When they move, they tend to move your dumbbell. So displacement is proportional to the amount of oxygen in the sample. So more the percentage of oxygen present in the sample, more the force applied by the oxygen ions on the dumbbell. So the more the movement and more the deflection, which can be detected by a by a photo detector. So the movement of the dumbbell is detected by a light beam from a light source exterior to the test cell. The light beam is reflected from the mirror onto the dumbbell body to an exterior photocell. The output of the photocell is amplified and transmitted to an indicating unit that is calibrated to read out the oxygen content in the test sample in percentage. So, when the test sample containing oxygen is introduced into the test cell, the oxygen in the sample is attracted to the point of maximum field strength. It is being attracted to the point of maximum field strength. The magnitude of the dumbbell displacement is proportional to the amount of oxygen in the sample. It is proportional to the amount of oxygen present in the sample. The movement of the dumbbell is detected by a light beam from the light source exterior to the test cell. Exterior to the test cell. The light beam is reflected from the mirror onto the dumbbell body to an exterior photo cell. The output of the photo cell is amplified and transmitted to an indicating unit that is calibrated to read out the oxygen content in the test sample that in percentage. The test sample in percentage. This is the working principle of your paramagnetic gas analyzer. Then coming to the advantages of paramagnetic gas analyzers. So the principle of measurement is dependent on the strong magnetic property of oxygen molecule. It's dependent on strong magnetic property of the oxygen molecule. It is dependent on strong magnetic property of oxygen molecules. Therefore, measurement is almost unaffected. Measurement is almost unaffected by other molecules weaker in magnetic property than oxygen. So the principle of measurement is dependent on strong magnetic property of oxygen molecules. Therefore, measurement is almost unaffected by other molecules weaker in magnetic property than oxygen. So some of its features are as follows. It is most suited for measuring oxygen in flammable gas. You can measure the percentage of oxygen in flammable gas, whereas zirconia gas analyzers cannot be used for measurement in flammable gases because zirconium oxide is being heated. Okay, so that is the difference between a paramagnetic gas analyzer and a zirconia gas analyzer. It is suited for measuring oxygen in flammable gas. Then small sized and easy to handle. It is small in size and also easy to handle. Usable with a wide range of power supplies. It can be used with a wide range of power supplies. Output is linear. So these are the advantages of paramagnetic gas analyzers. They are suited for measuring oxygen in flammable gases, small sized and easy to handle, usable with a wide range of power supplies. Output is linear. And further, the running cost can be saved since reference gas is not used here. Whereas in zirconia gas analyzers, we need reference gas. So the running cost is saved. It is economical. The output is linear. It is used for wide range of power supplies, small sized and easy to handle. They are suited for flammable gases also. The detector does not have a heating part such as the heater. Therefore, this analyzer is suited for measuring the oxygen concentration in flammable gases. That is one of the most important advantage of paramagnetic gas analyzer. Paramagnetic gas analyzer. Coming to the advantages, once again when we repeat the advantages, because they are capable of measuring flammable gas mixtures that cannot be measured using zirconia oxygen analyzer, and because there is no sensor in the detecting section in contact with the sample gas, the paramagnetic system can also be used for measuring corrosive gases. These two are the disadvantages in zirconia gas analyzers. Zirconia gas analyzers you cannot measure using zirconia gas analyzer because you are using a heater element there. So it cannot be used for flammable gases to measure the concentration of oxygen. And also if the gases are corrosive in nature, you cannot use this. But as there is no direct contact with the sensor here, these gas analyzers you can use for measuring the percentage of oxygen present in the corrosive gases. Among the magnetic types, the paramagnetic system offers a faster response time than the other systems. That is another advantage. Its response time is faster. And among the magnetic types, the paramagnetic system is more resistant to vibrations or shocks than other systems. It is more resistant to vibrations and shocks when compared to other systems. When compared to other systems, it is more resistant to vibrations and shocks. So the disadvantage with this system is it requires a sampling unit corresponding to the sample gas properties or applications. So you need a sampling unit is needed to the sample the gas properties or application. That is only the disadvantage. It requires a sampling unit corresponding to the application. Corresponding to the properties or the applications, you need a sampling unit. Then coming to the applications of paramagnetic gas analyzers. The paramagnetic oxygen analyzer is used for measurement of oxygen at any level between 0 to 100% in gases or gas mixtures. At about 0 to 100% in gases or gas mixtures. At any level between 0 to 100% in gases or gas mixtures. They are used to analyze blood gases. They are used to analyze flue gases, combustion. Low oxygen concentration control of CDQ plants for steel making, and oxygen concentration control of gas containing a flammable gas. Oxygen concentration control, you can do that, of gas containing flammable gas. And these are used for safety control at various plants. Safety control at various plants. Then measurement of trace oxygen concentration in various manufacturing processes. They are used in measurement of trace oxygen concentrations in various manufacturing processes. So these are the applications of paramagnetic gas analyzers. These are the applications of paramagnetic gas analyzers. So to summarize our presentation for today, we have understood the concept of gas analyzers. Why we need gas analyzers? Gas analyzers are instruments which are capable of analyzing species of chemical gases that are present in the sample. They are used for analyzing species of chemical gases that are present in the sample. We have studied about the types of gas analyzers. There are several types of gas analyzers based upon their principle. They are classified as gas chromatographs, IR gas analyzers, thermal conductivity gas analyzers, paramagnetic gas analyzers, electrochemical gas analyzers, or SAT apparatus, then gravimetry gas analyzers, and methanometers. Methanometers. Then, why do we need to analyze the percentage of oxygen present in a sample? Why oxygen analyzers are used? Oxygen analysis is required in many of the industrial and applications where ambient air monitoring, combustion monitoring and control, and marine and land inerting monitoring and control is needed. That is why we are using, where we want to monitor and control the percentage of oxygen in widespread applications. We are using these oxygen analyzers. We are using the oxygen analyzers. So this oxygen analyzer working principle is, you have a sensor. The sensor will produce a small millivoltage output which is directly proportional to the oxygen detected. This sensor is an electrochemical fuel cell, that is nothing but oxygen analyzer, and the sensor produces a small millivolt voltage which is directly proportional to the oxygen that is being detected. This output is amplified and displayed on the digital readout meters. Okay, there we have two types of oxygen analyzers: the zirconia gas analyzer, and the which is the direct method, and the indirect method is your paramagnetic oxygen analyzer. Zirconia is one of the few compounds that actually become conductive at high temperatures, and more it becomes, its conductivity increases more if the temperature increases. In a zirconia gas analyzer, it consists of a solid electrolyte like zirconia which exhibits conductivity of oxygen ions at high temperature. Porous platinum electrodes are attached to both sides of the zirconium element which is to be heated. When this element is heated, oxygen ions they move to zirconium oxide. So heating the element allows different, and if the sample is passed through the zirconium cell chamber, the device acts as an oxygen concentration cell. This phenomena causes an electromotive force to be generated between both the electrodes according to Nernst equation, and it is proportional to the oxygen concentration. The process gas with an unknown oxygen concentration, when it flows around the heated zirconium oxide measuring cell, you have the reference cell. Because of variation in the oxygen ion concentration between the two cells, and as it is heated up, conductivity increases, and hence the current begins to flow in the circuit, and this voltage is of very small order in the terms of millivolts, and this voltage can be measured, and the voltage generated is due to the presence of oxygen present in the sample. There are some advantages and disadvantages with the zirconia gas analyzer. It can be directly installed and its response is faster, but the disadvantages is it cannot be used to analyze flammable gases and corrosive gases. This disadvantage is overcome by using paramagnetic gas analyzers. But paramagnetic gas analyzers, you make use of the paramagnetic property of oxygen, that is, it gets attracted towards the magnetic field. When oxygen is paramagnetic in nature, this property is used to analyze the percentage of oxygen present in the sample. Gaseous oxygen is measured on the basis of change in the magnetic force acting on the test body. There is a test body which is suspended in a non-uniform magnetic field. Because of presence of oxygen present in the sample, the more the oxygen, the more the electromotive force, and more the movement of the dumbbell which is held in a non-uniform magnetic field, and it is surrounded by the sample gas. So this paramagnetic gas analyzer consists of two dumbbell shaped glass spheres filled with nitrogen gas, and it is suspended with strong metal in a field of magnetic pole pieces. A small mirror attached to the dumbbell and rotating with the dumbbell throws a beam of light onto a scale of the instrument. The scale is calibrated in terms of concentration. And coming to the advantages, as it is the first advantage of this is it is of low cost because you don't need the reference gas here, and no heating element is needed. Hence it is useful for detection of oxygen concentration in the flammable gas mixtures, and there is no sensor in the detecting system in contact with the sample gas. Hence it is not affected by corrosive gases. So it can be used for measurement of percentage of oxygen present in corrosive gases also. And the response is much faster than the other type of systems, other oxygen analyzers. And also it is more resistant to vibrations or shocks than compared to other systems. The only disadvantage is it requires a sampling unit corresponding to the sample gas properties or application. Based on the properties, you need to change the sampling unit. So these are the disadvantages of paramagnetic gas analyzers. And coming to the applications, they are used, these paramagnetic gas analyzers are used for measurement of oxygen at any level between 0 to 100%. They are used to analyze flue gases, they are used to analyze flammable gases, safety control at various plants, measurement of trace oxygen concentration in various manufacturing processes, and quality control, city gas quality control they are used. So these are the applications of paramagnetic gas analyzers. So with this, I would like to end my presentation on gas analyzers.